Good evening. I'm Tom Brokaw. Welcome to the Evening News. Tonight, our top story. Dr. Jack Kervorkian, a retired pathologist, was performed assisted suicides from years 91 to 98, has now released from the jail in Michigan. We now have an exclusive interview with him, which we'll get to later on in the show. Dr. Jack Kervorkian was a smart man, but also was critiqued for being a psychopath. As you will see, our Asian reporter, Tricia Takawana, will report to him and get back to us on that story. In other news, we have a clip of the world's longest filibuster recorded known to man. Strom Thurmond spoke against civil rights for 24 hours and 18 minutes. The clip is a little dated, but as you can see, it's quite boring. Enjoy.
Lashik, J-A. 2 letters? What? Alright, so now we're moving on to the M's. Makasted, Theodore, lives on University Avenue in Cedar Falls. Mar, 2 A's. David and Chris, is that 2 gay guys? Leonard M. Namas, we have quite a few of these, so be ready, people. B, who names their person B? 1 letter. Bradley and Ann. 280th Street, that's where I live. That's crazy. D, another 1 namer. Dennis. James and Nikki. Jennifer. Johnny. Ooh. Kenny and Kia. Kia Spectra? Lorray. Who names a person Lorray, honestly? Larry D. I know Larry D. Now Moss. Phil. Phil's one of my good friends. Mob. Dean. Now Mobby. Ooh. T, another 1 letter. Maven. We got 2 of these. Cutier, this guy's from Cutier Street. I think he's cutier.
Wow, that's fascinating. Well, now let's get to our top story tonight with our Asian reporter, Tricia Takawana, to interview Dr. Jack Kervorkian.
Hi, I'm here with Dr. Kervorkian after his release from prison. Dr. Kervorkian, I see that you really let yourself go.
Yes. In the state penitentiary, it's all-you-can-eat buffet.
Dr. Kervorkian, I understand that you are pro-euthanasia. Since you're a doctor, I have to ask why you'd want people to die.
Well, I think people have the right to die. And the government shouldn't be getting involved in these sort of things. It should be up to the individual and his doctor. Also, assisted suicides are more than letting people starve to death, or rather than letting them just be taken off of life support. We give them a sweet injection of lovely death, and that way they can die quickly and painlessly.
So you've assisted many people commit suicide. Do you know how many people you've helped die?
Yes, I've assisted over 50 people.
Wow, that's a lot of people. After being in prison for 8 years, do you have any remorse for the people you helped die?
Absolutely no remorse. These people came to me, and I felt it was my duty to kill them. They were terminally ill, and medically nothing else could be done. So, I gave them a sweet, dignified death.
So, if someone wasn't terminal, would you help them die?
Unfortunately, no. It was my duty as a medical professional to judge their illness, per se, and if they weren't ill enough, I couldn't legally help them, or morally.
Dr. Kervorkian, you talk like you did nothing wrong. Did you ever expect to go to prison for this?
No, never. I did nothing wrong. I was only helping people kill themselves. I mean, they came to me, and they couldn't get help from anywhere else. So naturally, I felt I needed to kill them.
So, do you think euthanasia should be legalized?
Yes, it should be legalized, but it should be regulated. I don't think the government should be as involved as they are or they want to be. It should be left up to the medical professionals. We're the ones who know how to kill people the best.
Do you ever think you will help assist people die again?
Unfortunately, no. Part of my parole was I could no longer assist in suicides. I will miss it though.
Dr. Kervorkian, you were found guilty of second-degree homicide. Can you tell me about your trial and your prison sentence?
Yes, I was charged with first-degree homicide and the possession of a controlled substance. The patient's name was Thomas Hyde, and I had lethally injected him. Unfortunately, 8 years previous to the event, I had my medical license revoked, which made controlling the substance very illegal. Now, I presented myself in the trial, which proved to be a mistake, since it was very hard for me to present any evidence or argue any cases against me. At the end of the trial, I was found guilty of second-degree homicide by the jury because I had been proven that I directly killed Hyde because he wasn't physically able to kill himself. The judge sentenced me to serve 10 to 25 years, and I have been in prison for 8 years. I was released on parole because of good behavior.
By good behavior, do you mean you didn't kill anybody in prison?
Well, they didn't catch me.
Okay.
Calm down, son. I'm just kidding.
Dr. Kervorkian, are there any restrictions on your parole?
Yes, many restrictions. I can no longer help people kill themselves, though I can't say I don't want to. And I'm also not allowed to give care to people over the age of 62 years. If I break these parole, I could go back to prison, but my only role in euthanasia from now on can only be in persuading other states to change their laws against assisted suicide. Sweet, sweet assisted suicide.
Well, thank you, Dr. Kervorkian, for the interview.
You're welcome, and hey, if you ever want somebody to help kill you, call me.
Alright, I will.
Thanks, Tricia, and thanks to all of you for viewing in tonight on our evening news. I'm Tom Brokaw. You stay classy, you and I.
Most of you might think that Mike Huckabee is out of the race for president, but what you don't know is we got a secret weapon. Me, Chuck Norris. As most of you might know, that behind this golden beard of mine is not a chin, but a fist that we can use to beat Clinton with. Go out and vote Mike Huckabee. Hillary, the eyes of a ranger are upon you. I am Chuck Norris, and I approve this message.
In the eyes of a ranger, the unsuspecting stranger had better know the truth of wrong from right. 'Cause the eyes of the ranger are upon you. Any wrong you do, he's gonna see. When you're in Texas, look behind you, 'cause that's where the ranger's gonna be.